before we start, I want to ask you to imagine to yourself for 1 second that you're standing right now in a huge forest with your best friend, and you arrive to the forest to celebrate life and freedom and love. It's almost past 2 years since that day, and obviously I'm talking about the Nova Festival, the day that changed my life forever. So it's crazy that it's the first time that I'm talking that it's so close to the tourist event, so maybe I will be a little bit emotional. So it was Friday night after the Kiddush. I was at my parents' home and I was really tired. I was all the afternoon with my friends at the beach, and my plans was going to sleep. But then my friend Shira called me and she told me, listen, there is a huge party. It's called the Nova Festival and you have to come. Without any reasonable reason, I said, okay, yalla, let's go. And at 11 o'clock, I bought ticket in really high price. Now I'm thinking about that and I said, like, how we did that? When I going to parties, I'm sleeping and I eat good and drink water, and it was like, now I'm thinking about that and I can't find any reason, but we went. 5 friends, Maya, Livnat, Shira, Adar and I, in one car, and it was really fun way to there. And I was sleeping because I was really tired, but then I heard Adar shouting, oh my god, I know where we are. We're really close to Gaza. I was in the army here. And none of us say nothing. It was like, okay, so we are really close to there. And then we arrived to the most beautiful place that I ever seen here in Israel. I'm really a party girl. I really love trance festivals. And it was the most, I don't know how to say that, but it was super colorful. It was Shira, Livnat, Hadar and Mayan first time in a trance festival. So I was really proud to tell them about everything. And I want to let you know a little bit how it feels like in trance festival. It's a place that you can come alone and to feel at home. You don't need to ask for anyone water or food or something. You just need to be there and people like seeing you without you saying nothing. And it was a huge place of tent because the party is supposed to be from 1 a.m. till 4 p.m. for the next day. So people came with jachnuns and cakes and fruits and cafe Turkey shachor for everyone. The big stage was closed till 3:30 because they had a problem there with a microphone. But it was just a small party with a kind of music that I don't really like. So we traveled a lot in the beginning of the parties. And Livnat and Adar just did their picture from New York. They just finished their big trip in South America. And I also met there a lot of people that I didn't see a lot of time, and there also people came there and met the friends from the big trip in India or South America, and also I from school. A lot of my friends came especially to that event, so it was a reason for me to go also. And I want to show you the moment that we arrived to the big stage. Suddenly we saw a lot of people running the same way, and we went also. Livnat, Adar, Mayan, Shira, and I over there. Usually Shira and I making a lot of pictures in parties, but in that time we told to Livnat, please, today you are the manager, take picture of everything. So that's the video that I have. Obviously, you know the map and where he was. We're between Be'eri and Rein. So we danced a lot and we had a lot of good energy, but the thing that we've been waiting the most is the sunrise. In nature parties, it's really a special moment because that's the moment that suddenly the lights are on and you can see all the beautiful faces around you and you can feel the energy and the beats, and something is getting changed, so everyone are raving. And someone before 5 years when I was in Thailand asked me what you like the most, sunrise or sunset? And I said of course, the sunrise, and he asked me why. And I told him that it's really special because you need to stay all the night and wait for the sunrise, or you need to wake up especially to see that. And actually, people are coming to those kinds of parties just for the sunrise. One of them was Navel Kayam, my friends from school, and her husband, Or Levi. They stopped in the first bomb shelter that they saw on the way to the party. Navel Kayam was murdered in the bomb shelter, and Or Levi is kidnapped, and now he's at home with his child. And this video that we have before the Nova. And when he was in Gaza and I was talking about him, I always pray that he will be at home, and now it's home. And we continue to pray in those critical days that everyone will come back. And then she arrived, the sunrise, and the girls here will understand me, maybe, that we cannot go to the restroom alone. We all need a company, but it was the first time that I felt really comfortable to go alone to the restroom. And Ivnat took my hand and she told to the other friends why she's going alone. It's really dangerous. And they told her, relax, she's 31 years old, she can't go alone to the restroom. And I left, and I want to show you the moment that I left to the restroom. I left to the restroom, and then my mom called me at 6:30 and she asked me, Eden, where are you? And I told her, Mom, I'm in the party, what's happened? And she told me that something really strange is happening and there is an attack all over Israel. And I told her, Mom, I don't know what you're talking about because the music was still on. And I told her, Mom, everything's okay, I'm in the party, and if something will happen, I will let you know, bye. And I opened the door, and it felt like I got out from a time machine, because when I was like 5 minutes before, everything was like heaven, and what I saw in front of me is people running and screaming and lying on the ground with a hand on the head, and it was really, really chaos. And I was standing there, and it felt like I've been there for 1 hour. And I went out and I looked at the sky, and I saw that everything is black, but black with fire. And I just remind to myself, okay, we're really next to Gaza. But it was like really strange, because we used to that when we have an attack, something is happening before. And it was nothing, as you know, really, really calm here in Israel. And that's what happening when I was in the restroom. לא הייתה אזעקה כמובן. It wasn't a red alarm. Nothing. We could hear really the bombs and everything, but it was really silence in the sirens. And it was the first time that he got into the stage and said Zevadon, Zevadon. And everybody shouting, go to a safe place, but there is no a safe place. If you've been lately in Re'im, they put a bomb shelter inside the site, but of course was nothing, just one in the entry to the site. And we're in the middle of the forest, and we're starting to getting out. I'm looking for my friends. I found them, and people were in a vacation, rolling a cigarette, making a coffee, and someone told me, chill, girl, it's nothing, come to drink coffee. And I'm looking at my friends and I'm telling them, I wanna go home now, I need my mom, take me home. So we went, and we arrived to the parking area. When we arrived, obviously it was night, and we didn't have any idea where's our car. That were the sky. Wow. That was the small stage. That was the big stage, and all of us supposed to get out from one gate.
one.
So like here were all the cars in a big parking area, and we arrived right here, and we are standing, and all of us know in the same minute that we don't know where's our car. And I want to ask you guys if you ever thought to yourself what you've done if you've been in that situation. It's almost impossible to know what you will do in that situation, because it's really an automatic system that responds in our body, and you can freeze, fight, flight, or fight. And I was in another situation 4 years ago almost. Yeah, it passed 4 years. I was in a pool party, and suddenly a sinkhole. Here I am. We were 6 people in the pool when the sinkhole arrived. You can hear that body screaming, Khalil, where's Khalil from Media Maven? And so here, what I did is to take my things. I just put my clothes on me. I took my things, and I actually came to drive home, and then someone stopped me. But here my automatic response was to run away. And in the Nova, I was frozen. I felt that my legs cannot move. I was really blocked. I didn't understand what happened to me. All my body was like that, and I felt that I can't control my body. And then someone saw me and told to my friends, why are you staying here? Go to a safe place. And we talked with him and told him, we need to bring our car. So he stopped the first car that he saw. And then we split. Adar and Livnat went to bring the car. And Shira, Mayan, and I entered to the car. And we decided that they will come to take us from the place that the driver will put us. And they said, yes, sure, girls, don't worry. Go to a place that you want, send us location, and we'll come to take you. He's supposed to drop us off on the gas station, but then we saw a bomb shelter in the right side, and we told him, perfect, put us here. Just before we got off, Mayan told me, take his phone number. I want to make sure that he's gonna be all right. And I told her, no way, I'm not taking his phone number, because I was really afraid from the rockets, and I thought to myself how he will get home safe. And we sent a location for Adar and Livnat, and we'll be waiting, and they told us 5 minutes, we are 5 minutes away from you, don't get out. We are standing there in the first bomb shelter. You can see Shira, that's me, and Shira inside. And we really don't know what to do in that situation, because we really want to go home, but we don't have a car. We are waiting for Adar and Livnat. And then we are starting to hear something really, really strange, that there are terrorists in Israel. And Shira and I are talking, and I'm telling her, wow, that's such a shame that they did drugs, and they're imagining to themselves, wow, it's not terrorists, it's rockets, why they have? And we're all laughing. And then someone was running to our bomb shelter covered with blood, and he's screaming, get out now, the terrorists are here. And in the same seconds, all of us, 30 people in the same time, went out from the bomb shelter. A big chaos, and we are without our car. We don't know what to do, but everyone got out in the same second that he screamed, and we just entered to the first car that we saw, and we started to drive right. Actually, right is the only way home. This is 232 road. This is the party area. Right is home, and left is Re'im and Gaza. So obviously there is only one way home, and we are standing in the traffic jam, and we are asking people why they are not moving. And someone told us, you cannot pass because the police put a barrier over there, and you cannot pass, turn around. So we turned around. Obviously, it wasn't the police officer over there. It was were the terrorists that dressed up like our police officers. So we turned like good boys and girls. We were with a guy and his wife, and we saw a huge yellow gate, and we thought to ourselves, oh my God, we succeed. It's the best place to hide, in homes, in bomb shelter. Let's get in. We were in Kibbutz Be'eri. We were holding the gate and scream, help someone! And no one opened us the gate, Baruch Hashem. And we were in the car and we sent to Adar and Livnat message, and they told us that they cannot move right now. They stop in next to Reim, and they're really afraid to go out because they know also that there are terrorists around. And they ask us to be safe, and they told us that now they're not getting out, they're staying in the bomb shelter. So we got out to the second bomb shelter next to Kibbutz Be'eri, and over there everything felt different. So all the time you really don't know what to do, because inside you don't have air to breathe. It's really hard to stand over there because everyone is sticky, and just to hear them making you be in panic. And a lot of ideas, some of them told us, don't get out from the bomb shelter, it's the best place to be. Someone was from Kibbutz Be'eri, and she told us, I'm from here, I'm living here, believe me, it's the best place to be. And then we're starting to hear a lot of bombs and RPG, and people there trying to calm all the situation and telling us, it's IDF, don't worry, they're coming to save us. So you're in a situation that you don't know really what to do. We tried to call to the police. After a few seconds they answer me, and the police officer told me, if you have a car, just take your car and get out of there. And another person, the police officer told her to hide. And I felt that I don't have control in my life. I can't take my car and go. I can't leave my friends. There was no chance that I could run away from there. And then my mom called me, and she told me, Eden, are you in Re'im party? And I told her with a smile that before I was crying, no mom, I'm not there, I'm in the way home, I'm in Kvish 6, and don't worry, everything is super cool, and I wasn't there, I was next to Be'er Sheva, you don't have any reason to worry, and bye. We're standing there for a lot of minutes, and then someone was coming inside the bomb shelter, and he was with a gunshot in his shoulder, and he told us, he looked at us like we are all crazy, and he told us, why are you staying here? They are here, they're on the way. We got out, and Shira saw someone that started his way in the road that I told you before that was blocked. And she asking me, why are you doing that? Where are you going? And he said, I don't care, I'm going home. So she asked from him his phone number, and she told him, okay, I will call you in a few minutes and you will tell me what to do. And he said, okay. After 3 minutes exactly, my aunt called him, and he told her, I don't know what to tell you, but I get out of here. Maybe you're supposed to do that also. We told to Adar and Livnat that we want to go, and they said again that they are not getting out from the bomb shelter because they're really afraid. And if someone will happen, the army will save us. We got inside to the car with the person that took us before from the bomb shelter, and we just told him drive. And then he started to talk with us, and he told us, listen girls, I want to go inside to the party area because I saw there a lot of officers and police officers over there. And I was begging to him, and I told him, please don't go. I have really bad feeling. Please go home. Everything will be okay. And he was shouting at me and told me, don't tell me what to do. It's my car. If you don't want, get out. And I said, okay, I'm with you. I will do whatever you want. And eventually, he was listening to all the situation of 4 girls screaming in the car. And he decided to continue to 232 road. And actually what happened that we left the bomb shelter 1 minute and 50 seconds before the terrorists arrived to our bomb shelter and threw the first grenade inside. And what we saw on the road, it's our friends that were dancing with us 1 hour before. We saw on the left side someone grabbing a body to the car, probably in hostage, and I felt like something really, really bad is happening right now and we just need to survive that mission. But it was a situation that it was still rocket and we didn't know what to do inside the car, if we need to open the windows or close the windows or to hide. And in some way I really, really want to know what happened around me, but I didn't want in the same time. And then we saw a car that blocked the way and our driver stopped and we tried to do zoom in with the phone. I opened the camera and I tried to do zoom in the phone to see who there are, and I didn't succeed. There were 5 people with the weapons on us, and I'm saying people because till that day I don't know who they are. So we turned around, everything like in Fast and Furious, and we saw a tender pickup turn there with terrorists. And he decided to turn again and we just crossed the tender that we saw before. My mom sent me a message when we were in the road and she asked me if we are in the road. I told her yes, sure, there are no rockets, we are really, really in good situation, because I know my mom and I know that if she knows that I'm there, So I prefer to tell her not to worry, so you'll not call me every 2 minutes. And then she told me that there are white pickup trucks that are around us, and I didn't tell her, Mom, we just passed them. So we drove with a few minutes and we called to Adar and Livnat to tell them that we succeed to get out, but they weren't answered to us, and it was just 1V in the WhatsApp, and we thought to ourselves, okay, they are safe, they are just hiding right now like everyone. We drove with the driver to Haifa. I'm living in Rishon LeZion. I just saw the exit and my way to my mom, but it wasn't a situation that I could tell him, please, I need that exit. So we continue with him till Haifa. We've been there till 6 p.m. I couldn't tell my mom to come to take me or my brothers and the families of Shira and Mayan keeping Shabbat. So we succeed to find a ride.
What did you tell your mom?
I arrived at 6:30 p.m. and I opened the door. And everything was like, it was strange. All the smell of the schnitzels came into my nose, and it was time that I was in diet, like all my life, but it was a specific time that I was in diet. And she just asked me, do you want it fried or in the oven? And I looked at her and I told her, Mom, I almost died. I think I will take the fry. All the way in 232 road, I don't know how to talk about that road and about what we saw there, and I don't feel necessary to tell that to the Israeli guys, but everything was almost they succeed to shut at us, and almost they threw grenades when we were into the bomb shelter. Everything was almost, but what wasn't was almost that we arrived home 3, and we went to the party 5 friends, and we are sitting. I was at my parents' home. I didn't want to be with the other girls because I knew that that's my place to be. But Adar and Livna didn't come back with us home. And it passed one day, and one day more. And we're trying with every Facebook group, every WhatsApp group. We saw videos in the Telegram, like looking forward to see Adar and Livna, and it was nothing. After 10 days, the police told us that they recognized Adar's body. And when we got out from the Bet Almin, we got another phone call that told us that they recognized Livna's body. And they decided to stay in the bomb shelter of Reim, that Livna's jewelry they took off from her. And that's the bomb shelter before. I don't know why they painted in white. Here it's still black with the bullets. And before the October 7, I was a lawyer, and I had to business with my brothers in e-commerce, and I felt like I have the most meaningful life. And suddenly I wake up and nothing. I can make food to myself. I can see my mom and my brother that are my best friends. And I felt like I don't have a reason to wake up in the morning. I asked my mom maybe 100 times how it can be that we came back home and so many people didn't. I got into therapy because I know that something it will never be again the same. And I think that it's really in that situation, that point, I told to myself that I have 2 options. One of them is to be a victim, that it's really sometimes really nice to feel like that, to feel that everybody taking care about you and want to know that you are okay, and every situation is also really, really annoying, but it's really comfortable to be there. And in the other side is to shaping another day in our paradise, and I will explain. I met someone in one of our retreats, and I asked him, how are you? And he told me, Od Yom Began Eden, another day at heaven. And I told him, what? What do you mean? And he explained me that the present is our heaven. We don't need to wait to arrive to heaven, because right now we are living our paradise. And it really changed my mind. And really in those days, someone was calling me, and my brother got injured in the army, was in the Givati. And he have a CRPS, if you know what is that. It's something in the nerves of the leg. And someone that knew him asked me to come to the US and to talk about what happened. And I said, sure, okay, I'm coming, buy me a ticket. And just before I left, I opened an NPO. I didn't know nothing about what I'm doing and why I'm doing that, but I said, okay, I'm doing that and something good maybe will happen. So I opened an NPO and I went to the most amazing period in my life, and I'll explain in a few minutes what I'm saying amazing. And all the things that I've done make me change the sentence that thought creates reality, that action creates reality, because every step that I did in my life after October 7 just proved to myself that when I'm doing, things are getting changed, and as I'm doing, my life can change. So I was twice in the US and one time in Argentina, as I said. I spoke with 20 people and also in front 2,000 people. We went to the White House. We tried to spread in every place that we arrived what happened to us and what our dream. So I opened the NPO and I knew that it was something that include a lot of action. So I opened a accelerator for the survivors to build their own business or idea or everything they want. It can be social or tech or everything they want. And that's Shira. She was with me all the way. We were both of us in the special way. Today we are doing a separate things, but she will be always a part of everything and a part of my heart for sure. We did one accelerator of 25 people in weeks of success, and 19 venture were they coming alive. And now I'm just before the second accelerator that are going to 25 people. And for me to make one person to want to get out of home or want to wake up at morning or to bring something new in his life, that was the main purpose, not to be now a businessman, just the feeling that you can do something if you have the right person around you. So I called to the NPO Beginning to Live Again because it's really the thing that I think that's my purpose. And I want to tell you a little bit about the thing that I took from that day. Touch my hand. It's really hard. You can change the shape.
Yeah.
You can change it.
No.
If you try, it's really hard. So that's October 7th. And that's us. And we can change this shit. We can't. Whatever I will do, it will not change. But this is really flexible. And one day I can touch it like that. And one day I can touch it like that. And I can choose how I want to act with that shit. In every situation in my life, I'm asking to myself, do I have control of what happened? Or I have control on my action and how I decide to act to the thing that happened to my life. So everything that happened daily, I'm trying to think about that, like that. And second, it was really hard for me at the start to doing things. I was going to the gym like 5 times a week, and I liked yoga and I liked to do, and suddenly nothing. And it was really hard for me to start it again. And I started to go to the gym, and it was like big no. And after that, I felt like I'm a zero, that I can do it again. So I changed my mind and I said, okay, I will not go to the gym, but I can do 15-minute walk. And after I did a 15-minute walk, I thought to myself, Ellen, you are the best, you succeed 15 minutes walk. And after that, I took it to everything in my life, and it's called micro actions. It's a little thing that we can do, because I cannot read one book, but I can read one page in a day. So when I'm reading the one page, I'm again saying to myself, Ellen, you are the best. So this is really a good micro action, and that's my therapist teach me that I'm not my thought. And I'm feeling that it's happened to us all the time. We're thinking a lot. It can be also about something, I don't know, with a friend, like she thinking about me like this and la la la. And if you stop that and you say to myself, אני זה לא המחשבות שלי, I'm not my thought, it's like putting block in your mind, and suddenly things are getting a little bit brighter, because you're understanding when you say that you're imagining to yourself, you build a whole story in your mind that might be not true. So when I'm taking that to my place right now, I was in a situation, it was the first time that I went to party in Israel. Not a good thing to do, but I did that, and it was really a panic attack. And there are a lot of options to deal with that, but that sentence was really in my head. אני לא המחשבות שלי, I'm in the safe place, there is nothing here, I'm here with my best friends, everything is good. and my mind starting to imagine to himself horrible thing that everybody is going away. And I thought to myself that my friends are so nice that they are trying not to make me in panic, that they're doing everything in calm, but something is really, really bad is happening. So that sentence was really helping me. I did a course in פסיכולוגיה חיובית before 5 years when I was in the תואר הראשון של lawyer. And suddenly, I don't know, maybe everything was on purpose, but in the course it was like nothing for me, and now there are things that I want to להעביר הלאה. One of them that I'm doing every night before I'm going to sleep is to tell to myself, you don't need to write that, you can just say to yourself 3 things that happened to you today and 3 good things that happen to you tomorrow. And it can be just, oh, today I had like a 10 minutes break and I was with my best friend, or I called to my grandpa and he was happy. It can be the small things in your life. The second thing is write down all the good things that you have in your life already. It's only make focus in what is good right now. And for me, it's making my day better. I'm trying to do that every day. I'm not doing that every day. I wish to do it every day. But when I'm doing that, suddenly a really good energy enters to my day. And the third thing that I think it's the hardest thing is to lifting ourselves up. Because it's really hard to tell about yourself with things. But if we will succeed to do that, we are the best person to tell good things about ourselves. So we can try to do that. I will try. And I'm sure that all of us, every person in his life, have a crisis. Something that he didn't accept to come. I will make a contact to what I said before, that everything in the end depends on us in our response to what happened in our life. And I know what you are doing, guys, in your important work. And I just told to the girls here that now I just came back from a big trip. I was 2 months in Europe, and in the Burning Man, I can't stop saying my boyfriend, but it's not my boyfriend anymore. He also a Nova survivor, and he has a whole horrible story.
It's your fiance. They didn't break up.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. So he was also in the Nova, and we met in a retreat for the Nova survivors, and we were together in the camp in the Midburn. Then there we met and we fell in love. He lost his 12 best friends from the Kanta. It's like the place that you putting all your thing in the party, and you have a place to rest and food and all your clothes and blah blah blah. So they were 15, and 12 of them are not with us today. We got engaged in the Burning Man, and I told them that in Europe it was the first time in my life that I was thinking 2 seconds before I was answering to the question, where are you from? And it was really, really mind-blowing for me, because I was like the first one that will go with the Degel Israel in the streets, and we talk with every person in Thailand, in Pai, in India, whenever I am, like from where I am and what happened with the Palestinians, and what, like, I didn't try never to convince them. I just tried to explain them that both sides. And it was beautiful, because also in the US that time that I spoke about that with someone, he told me, that's not what I saw in the TV shows, like in the television. And we spoke about that a little bit, about what they want that we will see in the television and what's happening in the reality. And in the end of the conversation, we hugged, and he told me, thank you, I'm so happy that I met you. Like, I know the other story. And I was also in the US in front of students, Jewish students, and I was talking, and someone in the crowd was laughing and rolling her eyes, and that was really hard for me, because that's the point that I understood. We need to work so hard we need to work so hard in the social media to... קשה לשכנע את המשוכנעים. And the people in Gaza, they're doing the best social media ever. They're super in that.
Insane.
זה באמת insane. כאילו, all their video that the kids that doing food and we are not מעריכים אותם, אבל כאילו, מסתבר שהם טובים בזה. אז thank you also about what you are doing, and I hope that you will spread all the good and the truth all over the world. And it's happened before 2 years, but I think that now it's the highest level of anti-Semitism, so thank you about what you are doing. And I'm here if you want to ask me another question. I just want to close with a story about a person that took us from the party to the first bomb shelter. His name is Shlomo, and after 3 weeks we have a Facebook group that at the start it was like who saw that, who saw that. But he posted in anonymous post, like a drop off 3 girls in the first bomb shelter. They were writing to their 2 friends, and I'm not sure that I want to know the answer, but I'm thinking that I want to know if they're alive, and I'm feeling really ashamed that I put there maybe to die. And I saw the post and I told him, it's me, please contact me. And it wasn't took like 3 hours, and I was really in panic because I thought that he like don't want to talk with us anymore, and he saw that we are alive. After 3 hours, he called me on Facebook with a huge joint, and he told me, I don't believe that you're alive. And his story that he put us in the bomb shelter and he turned on a cigarette. And before the cigarette over, 2 cars of terrorists were shooting on him on the road that I told you before, and on the bag that was next to him when I was sitting 2 bullets. And he told me it's such a shame that I took you off, because if you were with me, you were dead, and if you were with me, for sure I will dead, because like, again, to be with 3 panic girls in the same time in the car, it's not easy for anyone. And now he's really a best friend of mine. I love him very much. He's also from Haifa. And that's all.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, Eden.